and the covers tuition, feeding, and accommodation. But then I don't want to just say it. I want to show you guys how it works, like straight from the website, the official documents coming from the university website. So this is the call for applications, although this is for last year, but I'm not really sure there's been any more changes. We'll just go through it real quick. This is the table of contents, but let's jump right into. So the ICCR scholarship, it's funded by the government through the Ministry of Education Affairs. Uh, Skip all of that. It's not really necessary. So I think there are slots for the scholarship, okay? But time won't allow us to go through these slots because of time. But you can look that up later on. So this is how it works basically. The students get to apply to the universities, and when they confirm you, then you go to the embassy, and the embassy do the interview, and they would select those that they feel qualify. Okay, so there are quite a lot of do's and don'ts on this application, but then some of them are not really necessary. Okay, I'm just gonna be fast. Okay, so first you have to apply just one time on the official website, and you cannot apply physically. And if you are in India, you cannot apply as well for the scholarship. Essay number three, you have to fill up the entire form and submit complete details as well. Translate all documents to English. PhD students should submit synopsis. I believe you're talking about research proposal. Applicants wishing to pursue art scholars should upload a video to their performance. So yeah, take a look at this. Since if you currently study in India, you'd have to apply again through the website because you cannot apply physically. So basically, this scholarship is meant for admissions only in government universities, and they've shared the list of universities on the portal. So the scholarship does not cover private universities, and as a student, you can apply to 5 universities in whatever preference you desire. So if you're trying to do an engineering or science program, you need to have studied math, chemistry, physics at your higher school. If you want to do biology, you need to have done biology, physics, chemistry at high school. In order to avoid rejection from universities, applicants are advised to make their subject choices carefully. So basically, you need to select a program that's similar to what you've done in your previous degree. You cannot do uh, commerce, finance, accounting, and you try to apply for bachelor's degree in engineering. It's not going to work. For admission in undergrad, you need to have at least 12 years of high school. And also, you have to read the instructions, and you cannot change university after you've been accepted if you achieve the scholarship. You cannot work while you get the scholarship, and there's an age limit for the scholarship. So the age limit is 40 years old for the scholarship. So you need to be PhD maximum of 50 years and undergrad or postgrad maximum of 40 years, which is kind of cool actually. We've talked about this already. As IITs provide admission in BTech course through a separate procedure, ICCR scholarships are not offered for the same. So basically, you cannot apply for a BTech program in the IITs. And in India, IITs is more like the Ivy Leagues, more like the Stanford, the Cambridge, the Oxford. Yeah, so take note of that. And if you want to do MBA, you need to have your GMAT exam score to apply. and you cannot apply for casual research under the scholarship. You cannot do medicine and surgery under the scholarship. You cannot do law as well under this scholarship. So this scholarship, I mean, all the classes are being taught in English, so you need to know English to apply for this scholarship. And as I told you guys in the other video, you need to write a 500-word essay to apply for this scholarship. It's not compulsory, but it's optional. If you have English proficiency test result like TOEFL or IELTS, you can upload that as well. If you submit more than one application, it's not going to be accepted. You need to have an international passport when you're applying. Uh-huh. So, passport size photograph of applicant with white background and visibility of both ears should be uploaded. So please make sure that your passport photograph has a white background as well. So listen, for this scholarship, you just need to apply on the website, and it would directly send your application to the university. You don't have to apply on both the website and also the university's website. That's not really necessary. The application will be scrutinized by the universities. So basically, only those who the universities think they're eligible will be called for the next stage. So yeah, transfer documents to English. So you're saying here that even if you've gotten admission to more than one university, it does not mean that you're going to get the scholarship, okay? It's the embassy of the Indian embassy in your country that will determine the whether you're going to get the scholarship or not. And also, they're saying here that it's until you arrive in India and the university verifies the authenticity of the documents that the scholarship it's unconditional. So basically, even if you get the scholarship, you've passed through the university stage, you've passed through the embassy stage, it's still provisional. It can be cancelled at any time if your documents are found to be fake. See, if it's not in order, you're gonna return to your country on your own cost. So once the Indian embassy selects you for the scholarship, you have just 7 days to accept the scholarship or reject. If you accept, you get an acceptance letter, yeah, which you're gonna use for the other processes. So basically, this scholarship covers flight ticket as well, guys. It's a very massive scholarship. It covers tuition, feeding, and flight ticket. You see here that the student should request the Indian embassy to book the ticket. So I was speaking with my friend who got the scholarship recently. He said that the embassy would be the one to book your tickets. So you need to let them know the resumption date of your college so they book accordingly. And also check the baggage maximum limit and all of that. And basically, once you get your ticket, you need to upload your arrival date and all of those information so that it could be picked up from the airport as well. And if you do not require the necessary, you let them know as well. So basically, it's quite compulsory all over India. From whatever country you're coming from, you need to get your yellow card certificate. It's quite compulsory. So they're saying that when you're coming to India at first, you need to come with at least $700, which is around 50, 60, 70,000 rupees. Uh, yeah, it's around that range. 50,000 rupees, yeah, to meet immediate expense. Let's say you're hungry when you get to the airport, you get that to get your meal. And also, it's not immediately you arriving, it's not on the same day you're arriving in India that you get paid. So from the day of arrival to India till the day that you get paid, you need some money for your upkeep as well. You need to get registered with ICCR as well, and also apply for your FRO, which is very, very compulsory. Now, they're saying that you need a medical insurance with at least 5 lakh, 5 lakh converted to dollars. Just a minute, let me just convert that for you guys. So in India, when they say lakh, it means 100,000. So if they tell you like 1 lakh, that means 100,000. So basically, I've just converted it based on today's exchange rate. You need at least 5,700 US dollars worth of medical insurance to cover your expenses. So you need to buy the medical insurance before you come to India. It's on you. Cool. So ICCR is not liable to bear the medical expense of the scholar. So basically, they do not cover medical expenses. So when you arrive, they'll give you a welcome kit and all of that, email address, mobile number, city guidebook, booklet, which is kind of cool. And once you arrive, you also have to open a bank account, but then you need to also get your FRO registered before you can open a bank account. And based on based on my conversation with previous recipients of the scholarship, the bank that it's accepted is the State Bank of India. So make sure you open that particular bank so that you get your money in time. And you will not get paid unless that account is open. 3 months bank statements would be paid, your 3 months stipend will be paid to that bank account. So basically, it's quite a lot, guys. Uh, so it does not include dependents, so you need to think of that as well. Mm, if you try to live in India, you need to inform ICCR. I mean, you can travel out of India whenever, but you need to inform the board as well. So if you fail a particular year, the scholarship would be suspended. So try to perform well and get the minimum GPA that's it's stated. I believe we've done with the basic things, so we'll just go to uh the application, timeline. So basically, the scholarship opened 20th February, and the deadline is 30th of April. By 31st of May, the school would make the decision to let you know if you get the scholarship or not, and then by June, it's when the embassy would let everyone know if they get a scholarship or not. So within May and June, you should get ready for your interview at the embassy. If you're called, just go there, do your interview, and that's it. So when by 22nd of June, you need to accept or reject the offer, otherwise you will lose it. Based on the number of acceptances in the first round, if acceptances are less than the scholarship seats allocated, in the admissions offer scholarship to other students who were not considered in the first round. So basically, if the slots, if they get made low, if the number of people that is selected by the Indian embassy it's below the slot number, then they'll offer the scholarship to the next people on the line as well. So yeah, we've talked about quite a lot of this as well. We've talked about a lot of this as well. So yeah, we'll just go through the FAQ. So yeah, is it required that proficiency level in English is mandatory for studying in Indian universities? The answer is yes. Okay, challenges, you can just go back to that later. Um, yeah, you're entitled to flight ticket, to and fro ticket as well. But then they're saying it's not all schemes that have these provisions. Some cases you'd have to pay. Will I carry someone? We've talked about this. The answer is yes. Yes, you can print out your application. So the action if is the degree awarded by Indian school recognized. Okay, so you have to check the country for equivalence of the degree to confirm if it's recognized in your country. We talked about the requirements as well. Okay, you cannot do two courses while you're studying in India. Okay, if you're trying to come early, you'd have to pay for your own expense as well. Immunization requirements vary from country to country. So basically, you have to confirm from your embassy to know whether or not you need immunization to come to India. You should have a passport, before you come. Okay, so student with disability they can get the scholarship, but uh, if you're having someone to take care of you, they need to take care of that person's expenses. You're not allowed to work. Said that before. You see, and that will not allow you to stay back when you're done. So take note. If you're done, you need to leave, and you're only eligible for the programs that is stated on the website. So basically, usually in India University, you have an international office where you can just go to for any of your queries, whatever. So if you have an emergency, you can just contact them as well. If you fail your exams, then you will no longer get the scholarship and you have to pay your fees yourself. So here they say, what should I reside in a hostel or some other type of accommodation? So basically, from my experience, right, I mean, here they're saying that it is mandatory to stay in the hostel. Okay, so basically, I have friends that go to scholarship that do not stay in the hostel. So I believe it's your choice to decide if you want to stay in the hostel or not. But just confirm with the university. I don't know if all schools will allow this. Is medical treatment covered under the scholarship? Okay. ICCR provides for medical treatment as part of the government's healthcare scheme, the rules of Government of India. Reimbursement are made only to the extent possible within the rules. Wow. So I don't know if they cover medical care. I'm not really sure about this. I think they do actually. You have to confirm later. So the amount of the scholarship it covers basically your tuition fees, accommodation, whatever the expense is, whatever your tuition fees is, will be covered by the scholarship. So you get 3 month advance stipends in Iran, meaning that you will not be paid your stipends until 3 months after your arrival. And yeah, you need to open SBI account and then you start receiving your money. Register your FR within your first 2 weeks. Okay, is interview required for admission? You need to confirm with the university to know whether or not interview will be required. Some might need interview, others might not need interview. So you should try to travel early and after some time you may not be able to continue with your colleagues. So they're saying here that if you drop out, you'd have to pay for all the expenses spent on you from day one to the beginning. Same here. Okay, so basically here they're saying, I mean, ICCR is only for government schools as I've mentioned earlier. It's not limited to private schools. Yeah, so when you're going to India, go with your document, okay? Because they need to verify them physically. They need to see them to verify them. Your mark sheet, your birth certificate, school living, nationality certificate, ID. So basically for Nigerian, go to birth certificate, your passport, your NIN, your WAEC, your transcript as well. So with masters, go with your bachelor's degree and your bachelor's transcript as well. What type of visa is required? You need a student visa and an MPhil and PhD have to apply for research visa. So yeah, if you need any help with the visa, reach out to me. But if you're going under the scholarship, you don't need help because they're going to help you apply for the visa yourself. Just give them a passport and they'll give you a visa overnight, which is just crazy. If you want to do medicine and surgery, ICCR does not cover that. So take note. How and when will I know whether my application has been accepted or rejected? You will know once the university confirms your eligibility and offer and give you the decision on that. So yeah, you can actually apply to 5 universities, not just three, but you need to apply to a minimum of 4 universities. Just because you submit an application does not guarantee you're going to get the scholarship. You need to have good grades as well and applying time as well. Can I make changes once I have submitted the application? No, you cannot. So be careful to not make any mistake. You should also check to see if there's any error. So yeah, we've talked about to apply for the scholarship in the other video. Uh, you can only apply online. Cool. So you can apply from anywhere actually. So even if you're Nigerian, you're in India right now, you can apply for the scholarship, but you need to go to the embassy in your country for the interview. So yeah, guys, we're done to this video. We've talked about a lot of frequently asked questions, talked about the call for applications, the eligibility criteria, the requirements, the deadline, the timeline, all of that. But then if you have any question regarding the scholarship, you can always reach out to me and I'm going to help you with that. Any questions you have regarding studying in India or any other country, just put it in the comment section, or you could send me a message on WhatsApp or Instagram, and I'm going to help you. And also, if you want to study in India, even if it's not under the scholarship, you can also reach out to me. I'm going to help you to apply to any school of your choice in India, completely free of charge. I'll see you guys in the next video.